of the insulation installed. I am now over the loft. I do need the scaffolding to get, well, as you can see, the loft floor is right here, and I got about that much hanging out into open space, so I still need the scaffolding to do this part up to this point right here. Then I can do everything off the ladder. But I decided to go ahead and throw a couple of courses in. Now I have to do everything standing up over there. Yeah, it's coming along. Not a huge big report, except yesterday the new Whirlpool refrigerator showed up, and I will give kudos to Whirlpool. This was a floor model at Lowe's. They delivered it, and when I opened it, I looked it over on the floor, and then I looked it over when it got here after the delivery guys left, and I realized the two dividers in that bottom wide drawer in the bottom of the refrigerator, the dividers were missing. So I called Whirlpool and they said it's supposed to be sold as is, but we'll go ahead and send you two of them free of charge. So kudos to Whirlpool, taking care of the customers, even though they didn't really have to. Other than that, we're doing good. I decided to throw the cover on the breaker panel because, well, I'm working up in here and I don't need my tools flopping around into an open panel and giving me a real charge, which I don't really need. I'm already awake when I get up here, more or less. Don't know how conscious I am, but I'm actually awake. Turned off that light just so I could video up here a little bit for you. My buddy Mike commented on the big gaps at the peaks up here. That's on purpose. Okay, so I was surprised anybody mentioned it, but that's on purpose because, as I mentioned before, these collar ties that are up here, I'm actually going to put some more in a little bit lower. I want an 18 to 24 inch flat area all the way across the ridge, and I'm just going to leave that. It doesn't make sense to throw the insulation all the way up to the ridge pole. This way, more air can breathe and get up to the ridge vent, which is there's this fiber material underneath the ridge cap out on the roof. So that's just more breathability. I have done a little bit of research and found some fairly quiet gable vent fans. So I'm just debating now whether to put it on this end or over here above the panel, and I like above the panel better because usually they have a cord that you plug into a receptacle, and I can put a receptacle right there beside the breaker panel, which I intend to do anyway. So yeah, it'll work. So for now, that's it. I'm going to shut things off in here and go have myself a break. I have no idea what time it is. Let's see, let me grab my phone. I was going to go fishing this morning and take the day off, but I got to the lake and there were whitecaps out there, and I just decided that's just not going to be any fun trying to paddle a fishing kayak that is not known for its sleekness in that kind of stuff. It would have been great getting down to where I wanted to fish, but getting back to the dock would have been a problem. And I'm not getting any younger. So that's it for now. I decided to get up here and do a little bit of work. It's only like mid 60s outside. Not too bad up here, maybe mid 70s. I've had the fan going. I shut it off to do the video. And so it's not too bad. Long sleeve, long pants, so a little bit of perspiration, but not too bad. I'm in the glistening stage instead of sweat. So that's it. God is awesome. Gave me the impetus to do a little bit more work, and got a little bit more work done. So there we go. God is awesome. Life is good. Well, happy Labor Day, everybody. At least I think it's Labor Day, since the next door neighbors were partying into the wee hours of the night, or the late hours of the night, wee hours of the morning, anyway, and it was a Sunday, which they usually go to bed early because they got to work on Mondays. So, yeah, Monday, Labor Day, September 9th, I think. I'm back in the saddle after a couple of weeks away from insulating. One of the reasons was because surgical masks do not protect you, but these do a much better job. So I picked up a few of those since I can't find an actual respirator. And yeah, I got to fix that one over there, because that thing there's just, when I have it flipped the other way, it's about that much up inside the rafter pocket, and it tears up stuff. So anyway, I was able to get, how many did I do? I think 6 more courses. I did it up at the top, and then I did the next course down. So I've got that much going. I don't have another R19 or 6-inch thick cut, so I'm going to knock off for now, because it's morning. I haven't had breakfast yet. I woke up at 5. It's almost 9 o'clock. It's a cloudy day, kind of cool, and maybe a little bit humid, and this flannel shirt is just a little bit warm. But I'm going to put the light bulb back in that socket over there so we have more light, and go have some breakfast, and then I want to get up here and do some more insulating. I would at least like to get that end down there all the way down to the top sill, top plate, yeah. If I can get some of this done, because I'm done. I no longer need the scaffolding to do insulation, but we will be needing the scaffolding on Saturday this weekend to put some of this up there. Yes, my church family is going to be coming out here with a work group. I don't know how many people are coming, 4, 5, maybe 6 people, and that's going to be a crowd in this little house. But I imagine we'll have a couple of folks up here nailing, measuring, and at least one person downstairs on the miter saw doing scarf cuts. That's a beveled cut. When you put boards like this and you come to a seam, you measure it at a rafter, and instead of a straight butt joint, you scarf it. You do a beveled cut so they overlap. So when the wood moves, not a matter of if but when, with differences in humidity levels throughout the year, it won't show a gap, and it won't tear itself apart at the same time. So there's that. I thought I was going to need to buy a 16 gauge air nailer this week, but then poking around downstairs in the bedroom / tool room, I realized I already have one. So now all I gotta do is get some 16 gauge nails, finish nails, and we'll be ready. I'll have a nailer. I got the compressor down there. There it is, and 4 50-foot hoses. My pastor Tim is also a construction guy, so he's got tools and compressors. My buddy Steve Dupuy also has tools and compressors, so we're going to have more than enough equipment. And of course I'm going to leave the scaffolding assembled, because we will be needing it when we get out over here. And then as soon as we get done and the open floor space, we can break this puppy down and get it outside. Only to I'm going to have to put it back together again later on, because I got talked into not doing the polyurethane coat on the beadboard until after it's installed, because if you get poly in the tongue or the groove, it's going to be kind of difficult to put things together when you get it upstairs. So yeah, because it's a fairly snug fit. Okay, anyway, I'm done yakking. I'm going to go have breakfast. It's nice to be back in the saddle. It's a pain in the butt doing this. It's hot and sweaty work, even on a cool morning. But boy, it's nice to be getting this going again, and getting some progress going. So insulating should be finished this week. Has to be finished this week, because we have the ceiling going up on Saturday. And I imagine with the amount of people that's going to be here, it'll all get done on Saturday. And then we're going to have some barbecue. Okay, later. God is awesome. God bless you, everybody. Later with the next clip. Bye. Well, part 2 of the Labor Day special, I guess we call it. I got all the way down to the top plate on 6 of them. That last run over there, I still have to put a, I've got to cut and put in a nailer that goes all the way down, and then I'll tuck that one in and pack the cavity. But I have got some more work done. Let's see, yes, I did some more up here, what I got back, and of course I did this over here. I've got more 6-inch cut, and that's gonna pretty much clean up this end. But it's getting a little toasty up here, and I'm ready to call it a day. I've got all week to get this finished up, and that's not going to be a problem. I should have it done, probably by Wednesday. Thursday at the latest, I should have this ceiling completely insulated. Then I can start working on the walls. I think I'm going to put the framing up here and get that ready to close in. I'm going to, of course, not put framing in here until I know exactly what size of an opening I need for the vent fan that I want to put up there. I just have to find a nice quiet one. That can be done at any time because I'm up on the loft for that one. Alrighty, that's going to be it for today. I hope you're enjoying the progress videos here. And again, apologize for not doing a lot of work in progress rather than just doing end of session updates. But it's the only way I can really get anything done, because it's just, I mean, if you do videos, if you're a YouTuber, you know what a pain it is. You got to redo the camera, you got to move the camera, reset, make sure in frame, do all the work, and then do it all over again. So we're just going to do it this way. I hope that's okay with you, because that's what I'm going to be doing. Anyway, that's it for today. Going to stop battling. And well, the sun has come out, and so is the wind. If you can see the flag down there through the window. Maybe not. Maybe yes, maybe no. I don't know. I'm going to stop battling. See you later. Catch you tomorrow morning. See you later. Bye. God is awesome. Life is good. Okay, you get to see some actual work being performed here. More or less. Just put this last one on. There, time for breakfast. Alrighty. That is the, well, I got one more R19 6-inch. I got a cut, but I used up a whole roll. I didn't want to open up another one right off. But I have, oh, excuse the shaking. There we go. I have completed everything all the way down to the top sill, all the way over to here. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rafter pockets to go from peak to plate. That will be done tomorrow because it's starting to warm up here. The sun just came out, but I'll tell you what, it's feeling good. But yeah, I should be able to finish that tomorrow, but I've got to move all this stuff over here out of the way. And that's the other disadvantage to putting stuff up here to store. I already moved some of this stuff over here. But yeah, last fall before I left, I put a bunch of stuff up here to store. And you know, now it's kind of, it needs to be moved whenever I'm doing anything. But last thing to be done is get this extended all the way up to the peak. Alright, so I got to cut that one. But first, all this stuff has to be moved out of the way. No problem. Maybe I can do that this afternoon. But it's feeling good. It feels great getting some work done. I will definitely have enough insulation to finish the ceiling. And then I'll see what I have to finish the walls on this end, down there along the bottom, and over here. I'm not in too big of a hurry to put a lot of insulation over there because I still have more electrical to run, which I may have made a mistake by putting all this in, but it needs to be done. I'll figure something else out. I can still run insulation or wiring down here and then come up. I'm going to need to put a switch somewhere right here to control the lights up above. So there's work to be done. I still got to run a wire up for the ceiling fan. So that shouldn't be too big of a deal because with these collar ties I can just pull the wire up above the ceiling and install that. But I've got to get some of that going. But you know, here I'm dabbling, but yeah, it's getting done. It's getting done. It's feeling good. Glad to be back in the saddle here. It really looks great. Okay, breakfast time. God is good, and I am blessed. We'll see you next time, folks. Later on Life is Good. Well, good morning, folks. It's Wednesday. I think it's the 8th of September. Guess what I messed up on? And of course, it's already run down to the receptacle. So I'm going to disconnect it here, pull it out, pull it back through the hole, reconnect the light, and then I can go back to the panel and turn that switch back on. But in the meantime, we got the bright halogen light work lamp going, so at least I have light to see, because it's like 5:30 in the morning now. Oh, got tools falling out of my pouch here. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect all that, pull the wire out, come through, yeah, right in the middle of hanging insulation, and then I saw that and said, that didn't look right. Okay, that's it. Back in a bit. Bye. There, that's better. It's supposed to look that way. Okay, lights are back on up here. I got the halogen turned off because, boy, does that thing heat things up. And yeah, back to insulating. I'm down to my last 3 rolls of the 4-inch, the R13, so I'm not sure how much of this I'm going to get done, but I'm at least going to get up here at the top done. And then I can work mostly off the ladder after that. But I'm going to get after it, turn the music back on, which I had to turn off so I don't get strikes on YouTube. So I'll catch you later. I'm going to use up this R13, and then I'll take stock of how much more I'm going to need, because I need to do a parts run today anyway. Back in a bit. Bye. Well, the 4-inch, aka R13, is done. I thought it was going to be maybe a roll short. Turns out I'm a roll over. No, I'm not going to roll over, but I have a roll more than I need. Okay, I'm ready to move on to the R19, and I think I'll go ahead and bang that out, and then it'll be time for some breakfast. I don't know what happened here. I got 16 inches in between the rafters instead of 14.5, so you know, again, that was another one of those things. We didn't do a layout from one end to the other. I think we started in the middle and laid out from there, and so we got a couple rafters that were off. But you know what? Once we get the ceiling up, nobody's going to notice. Yes, sir. Alrighty. Going to get some water in me, maybe go fill up my cup again, and on to the R19. I think I might do a little video so you can see how I measure everything out. I've got to get 1, 2, 3, 4 more 24-inch pieces, and then the rest will all be 48. Oh, and just so you can see, there's my cutting table. Okay, so I have a 48-inch mark. I have a 32-inch mark, which is for the R13, the 4-inch, down in the bottom, because that's the last piece that goes in. And then I have a 24-inch mark right there. I just roll it out. I got the mark. I got my framing square. I do one edge and cut. Okay, well, this place is looking good. Back in a bit. Okay, as promised, I'm going to show you how I set up and cut insulation. We're into the R19 now. The R13 is all finished, and yes, I have 1 roll left over. Where is it? I found the end. It's tucked in here somewhere. Yep, right there. Alrighty. Get the paper out. Okay, now we're cutting 24-inch, but as it turns out, I don't need to use the mark on here. Because this is 24 inches. This leg is 24, this leg is 16. It's a carpenter's framing square. All standard measurements for American framing, home construction stuff. Yeah. So I just bring it up and get it fairly even with the edge. And here's my 24-inch mark. Lay it down fairly straight with the edge. Cut it off. And yes, I always retract the blade until I'm ready to cut. It's kind of like with a gun. Keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot, right? Yeah, just like that. 2 of them. Put that up there and put these over here. And I need 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just need 2 more of these. Roll that out. That, and there's my last 24 inch that I need. Now we're ready for some 48s. Even with the edge, down to my 48-inch mark, and down the square, cut away. And that's a fan that I've got running this right beside the camera, so sorry if that's too loud. And I'm going to need this and maybe 1 more roll. Then I can start doing some walls. That's pretty much it. This is how I do it. It's been working for me so far. Took me a little bit to get the system rigged up. Here you just keep adapting and improvising and improving, and eventually you figure out something that works. Hopefully well ahead of the finish line. Hey, don't forget to wear a mask. This works much better than the surgical mask though for keeping this fiberglass out of my nose and mouth. Okay, we're going to put a couple of 24-inch pieces up. Set. Going to get a little bit closer to the peak. A little peak. That'll work. Alrighty. Just a bit. There we go. Go. Till we get the next piece. This one's going to be interesting because this is the pocket that's too wide. Let's see if we can make this fit. How am I going to make this work? Alright, well I'm just going to have to skip that one. We'll figure something out for that later. That'll work. Alrighty, I'm gonna hit pause the camera. I'll be back later. Well, sorry about the bright light, but the ceiling is insulated. I'm all done with the overhead. Nothing but walls now. Saturday, work crew's coming, and all of the beadboard is going to go up on the ceiling. So we got stuff going on. I've got one roll of R13 left over, which I'm not going to need. I've got two complete and part of another R19, the 6-inch. That'll be going on the walls. I'm probably going to have to pick up a couple more rolls. Maybe one more, but probably two more. I've got to put some framing in here, like this. I've got to put a collar tie here on this, and another one on the other end, and at least one more here in the middle to hang the ceiling fan on. And then I'm going to pull the wire up above there. And yeah, we got her going on. We got her going on. I kind of messed up. I should have run a wire from this light up so I could drop it down somewhere here. Well, yeah, it's going to actually has to be over here. I'll figure that out later. Make it work. Sorry about that. But yeah, I got some electrical. I'm going to work around the insulation now. I can always tuck stuff up inside. But yeah, we got her going on. Feeling good. The fan feels good too. But yeah, insulation's done. It's pushing 8 o'clock. It's 8:30. Time for breakfast. And then, yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of framing work and see what I can do. Okay, this is it. I think this is the end of part 5. Although it's hot, sweaty, hard work for me, it's been very rewarding. It's really great to see parts of the job getting completed. Oh yes, the extra wide spacing there, I just took some of the paper wrapping from the insulation and cut strips and used that as retainer strips. Works like a charm. The rafters tapered in, so I was able to get them stapled on when I got over there. So that's all done. Life is good. God is awesome. I'm richly blessed and highly favored, and we're getting closer to having a livable, habitable home. Just need my bride here. Okay folks, I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.